Welcome to Can We Talk? So, in today's episode, we will be talking about the hows and the whys of falling out of love, aka losing feelings. How many times have you been in love and fallen out of love?
Uh, from what I thought was love, probably about 4 or 5 times.
4 or 5.
Yeah. What about you?
4 or 5.
Yeah. See.
Wait, I gotta count. No, yeah, that'll probably take me to. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so 1, 2. Maybe a little bit more than you.
A little bit more.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more.
Damn!
So why do you think people fall out of love? Or do you even think it's possible to fall out of love?
It's definitely possible. Just depends on the circumstances and the situations that the relationship goes through. Every relationship goes through tests and everything like that, and sometimes people fail the test, and the other person might see the other person and how they react to something or their situation, and it's like, man, we just trying to figure out what restaurant we're trying to eat at, and you wilding about that. What makes you think we gonna be able to get through the hard stuff? You can't even pick a restaurant without arguing with me.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. So one of the main reasons that I have fallen out of love multiple times was because of my feelings not being reciprocated. It was always our feelings were on a different level.
Mm-hmm.
I would be more caught up in the love and in the future and in the everything else, and my then partner would always be like, oh, well, we're just talking, or like, I hear that one a lot, we just talking, or we just chilling right now, we just friends, or it's not that serious. And I've heard it all.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So for me, the main reason for me to fall out of love, even a year or so down the line of dealing with somebody, is because my feelings were not being reciprocated, and I knew that somebody could reciprocate those feelings back to me. I knew that person was out there. I just had to be patient and wait for that person. So that's the main reason a lot of my relationships ended. How about you?
The main reason why my relationships ended,
And why you fell out of love with that person.
and why I fell out of love,
Yeah.
I'd say it's like, I'm not gonna put all the blame on the other person, because it's partially my fault too, because I kind of went in, expecting certain things, which I probably shouldn't have, and then when they weren't, showing those or aligning with my expectations, then I kind of, I don't want to say I checked out, but it was like I didn't put as much effort probably as I should have been doing, just because I wasn't getting what I really wanted out of that person, or what I expected out of that person.
What you thought you was gonna get.
It depends on the situation. Different relationships, I expected different things,
For some people, other topics for falling out of love or losing feelings for your significant other can be just as simple as broken trust, lies, or even secrets. So what was the biggest situation that you had in a past relationship where the trust was broken and you knew that there was no going back?
I'd have to say when I found out that the person I was with at the time, they were saying they were going into work early because they were supposedly called in early, but really they were like doing some shady like stuff.
Being sneaky.
Yeah.
For me, it would be the biggest trust breaker that I had was an ex. That's the same thing. Not really saying that they're one place and being another, but you know, having conversations behind my back with an ex and me finding out about it and stuff like that. So yeah, so both of those categories was basically, you know, cheating. So
Yeah.
that's
Common denominator.
yeah, it is. It's a common denominator for a lot of people. The lies and secrets and cheating, all of that ties into each other.
Yeah.
So that's it's possible to fall out of love and not even have feelings at all, not even respect for that person afterwards. Some people can say, oh, you know, I have a little bit of feelings left for that person, or you'll always feel some type of way about that person, but not me.
Like they still have those memories.
Yeah,
like, they hold on to those good memories, you know.
I don't hold on to
I
no
don't
good
either.
memories. I block them out because it wasn't worth it. I mean, I don't regret any of my past relationships, and I don't regret being in love with the people I was in love with, because everything that you do, every experience is learning experience. Right. So, and no matter how many people come into your life, you learn something from each one of those people, whether it's good, bad, ugly, what have you. So me being me, I just compartmentalize and I block out all of those memories, and I'll be like, who? What? Who was that? Who are you talking about? But no, for real, I don't take any. I might have like slight friendship, affection towards that person, but more of on an acquaintance level.
Right.
Because when my trust is broken, for me, that's it. Like, there's no going back for me if you break my trust.
I agree.
Lying to my face or sneaking behind my back or anything like that. Because there's always going to be that voice in the back of my head, like, I wonder what they doing, or I wonder who they talking to. I don't want to live like that. Nobody should live like that. That's ridiculous.
I agree. That's stressful.
Do you think it's possible to fall back in love with somebody that you've fallen out of love with, no matter what the reason was?
If you fell out of love, probably not. I mean, it's one thing to have different feelings towards that person. It's another thing to fall out like completely in love with them. That's like, nah, I don't think you can come back from that. Completely, like falling completely out, nah, I don't think you can come back from that.
I feel the same way. It's them feelings are gone 100%.
Yeah,
then that's it. That's a wrap. But if like when people go through separation and they're trying to fix marriage or trying to fix a relationship, right, they have something there. Like there's a foundation there that they're trying to rebuild on. But once that foundation crumbles, right, it's either start from scratch, which some people do, but a lot of people still fail at, because once that trust is 100% gone, it's so hard to get that back. You might feel like you have it back, or you might pretend like you have it back,
but still.
But yeah, it's not there, and the relationship is doomed.
Yeah, it's still
it really is
lingering in somewhere.
Yeah.
All it takes is that one situation that's similar to what happened.
Yeah.
And then it's like it triggers something like, oh wait, hold up, and yeah, it's a wrap.
Definitely, that's like a family member doing something or betraying you somehow, because it's usually with family members, it's usually like a betrayal of some sort. Somebody talking behind your back to another family member, you know it's gonna come back to you. But with a family member, it's usually betrayal, so it's kind of hard. And you're not in love with the family member, but you do love them, so it's hard to trust that person again. The love is still there because that's your blood, that's who you grew up with, that's who you have in your life, and you will see again, you know, family reunions, get-togethers or whatever, you're gonna see them again. But the trust can be broken forever, but you can still have that familial love there on a certain level. So with family, it's kind of different. With loving them and not loving them and betrayals and stuff like that, when you have that negative energy behind that love, and you can still love a family member and not talk to them.
Yeah.
And not...
I got a question for you.
Shoot.
How do you feel about staying in contact with ex-lovers?
Huh?
Yeah, ex-lovers. Ex-lovers. That means you were lovers.
I heard you. For me, if we were in an actual relationship, no.
Right.
But it's probably like one person that I've stayed in contact with after our you know.
You're what?
You know.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's only one person I've actually stayed in contact with that I was friends with.
Yeah.
And that was, I mean, we were both on mutual grounds to just, you know, be friends. It was never going to go anywhere. It was just a situation that happened. And I was looking for something more.
Right.
So we knew that one wasn't going to go anywhere. Have I talked to that person recently? Not in 2021.
Right.
I don't think. It's been a minute. It's really, yeah, it's been a minute. I haven't talked to him in a while. But would I talk to him if he reached out, or would he talk to me if I reached out on a like friend level, which is usually just talking about our businesses and stuff like that? Yeah. I mean, you know about the person, so it wouldn't be a secret or anything.
Right.
But yeah, that's the only person I talked to that I was lovers with. Actual relationships and my exes, no. I don't talk to them. There's no reason for me to talk to them. I feel like once the relationship is over, there's no need to stay friends. There's no need to stay in contact. I've had an ex who believed differently.
Yeah.
And like it really hurt his feelings that I didn't want to be friends with him afterwards. I'm like, no. Like, you have nothing to offer me at this time or anywhere in the near future or, you know, far future, anything. Yeah. So if you don't have anything to offer me, then why would I have you in my life sucking up space and energy? So, and even in a friend context,
right?
Even my friends have to benefit me in certain ways, you know. I don't want to sound selfish, but if you have people in your life that's not helping you build, grow, or give you some type of pursuit of happiness, then that person don't need to be in your life. So, but yeah, to answer your question, it's only one person I talk to, and that's it. Besides my ex-husband, who is the father of my child. So, I mean we have to talk to each other. That's
different. That's like
he don't really count.
That's a legal thing.
But I mean, we actually not even friends, so
right.
He definitely don't count. We just parents of the same child.
Right.
Yeah. So how about you? Do you talk to any of your ex-lovers?
Relationship wise, no, because I mean I get over people quick. I mean it could be a flaw or whatever, but like once I'm done. I'm done. I have my little few moments of, that, you know, it coulda, woulda, shoulda, but shoot, give me about 2 days, give me a couple drinks, I'm done.
How about your lovers? You talk to them?
I have stayed in contact with one person that I can say we were some type of lovers, but we weren't in a relationship. And we don't even really talk like that. It's just like once in a blue moon, hey, how you doing? How's your kids? How, you know, good, okay, blah, blah, blah. But that's it, really. We don't really even talk on like a weekly basis. And that's another thing. Like, it depends on how often you talk.
That's the one who coming to the wedding, right? The one whose wedding we went to?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure we talking about the same person because I don't know about anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm making sure we talking about the same person. So I know her, so yeah, I ain't gotta say nothing because I know her already. That was just for y'all benefit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it depends on also, like, how you converse too. Like, it's one thing to say, hey, how you doing?
Definitely.
Like, once in a blue moon, like, once in a year, okay, I don't care. Like, whatever. You on a phone call, whatever, or a text, hey, how you been? I'm good. How's the kids? Good. Okay, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly.
But
it definitely ain't no, oh, I miss you type stuff.
Oh, yeah. In the context, yeah. Mm-hmm. The how often and the context. Those are the two things. If it's every week, you talking to the same person,
you might as well be with that person.
Yeah, you might as well go back. Like, what you talking to that much for? What you need to know? You need a weekly update? No, you don't need that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Someone try to, like, bring up any random memory just to kind of, like, get back, like, see if they can jog your feelings back.
I had an ex that did that. Like, and me and you were together. He did that about 3-4 times. I had to be like, look, bruh.
Right. He was like Michael Jackson. Do you remember the time?
No. Look, that's when I compartmentalize and be like, actually, no, I don't remember that time. Goodbye. It was definitely I had to hurt your feelings for you to get the message type thing. Yeah. And I hated doing that, but it is what it is.
You gotta do that sometimes. Some people need a little, a little more than a
little kick in the ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get to these questions. Ooh. So we have a brand new card deck that we got. It is called Hot Seat.
What would make me instantly laugh?
Anything, because you always laugh.
I'm always laughing, so
I'm
laughing right now.
It could be anything. Like, literally, y'all, will say, like, just a regular sentence, and he'll chuckle afterwards. Like, he is always laughing. Like, he'll say something like, oh, yeah, I got to go into work. Ha, ha, ha. Like,
I don't even sound like that.
Like, it would be just a normal sentence, just a regular statement, and he'll just laugh after. I'm like, why are you laughing? Like, that was literally no reason to be laughing. So I can't even really answer that question for real, y'all, because he laugh at anything and everything.
That's true.
So, what is something I hate having to pay for? Now, this is a good question. And if you don't know the answer, something wrong with you.
Gas?
Yeah. That's true. Like, hold on, you said it so quick.
I mean, you...
Look, the real answer is that I can't stand paying for everything. I don't want to pay for nothing.
I was going to say gas, food.
Especially food, because I buy it all the time.
Right.
I'm the cook in the house, so I'm always buying the food. Well, we use a joint account.
Well, yeah.
But we always buying food.
Yeah.
And it still come out of my pocket somehow, and I can't stand it. Because I'm always hungry. I'm always eating.
That's true.
Look. Calm down.
Hey.
Yeah.
Unfiltered.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I don't like paying for nothing.
I have $1 million to donate to a cause.
Really? Hold on, because that word donate threw me off.
Right. You thought I was gonna give it to you?
We got $1 million. Look.
Oh, you thought we had it?
We gonna donate a little bit, but
oh, you thought we were keeping it?
$1 million is not a lot in the long run, y'all. So
I have $1 million to donate to a cause. What would I choose?
Your cause.
You should know this.
I should. We've never discussed this.
Because it's in the family, so you should know what it is.
You would donate to Parkinson's, a cause for Parkinson's.
See, I told you knew.
So as soon as you said it was in the family,
right?
I knew what
that's
you
the biggest clue
about.
You could have had.
Yes. Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay, I'm gonna ask my last question for Hot Seat. get the good questions.
Oh boy.
If I became an overnight celebrity, like Twister, I'm gonna make you a celebrity. Okay. So if I became an overnight celebrity, what would I be famous for?
Well, it's not that.
It's not what? It's first of all, let's say what it's not gonna be.
Well, I was trying to keep it, in the chest. I wasn't trying to bring it out.
No, bring it out.
It ain't singing. It ain't dancing. So we can throw that out there.
Got him! Got him!
And we will use the Ace Metaphors Tonight Let's Talk card game. All right, I'll let you go first.
Okay. If I was no longer around, what would you miss about me the most? Oh, that sad day.
I would miss your presence. Not your presence that you give.
I ain't that many.
That's not my love language. But I would literally miss your presence because my love language actually is quality time.
Right.
So I would definitely miss that. Like literally the person, my best friend, the person that we do everything together. Like you would think that being in a relationship for almost 3 years and doing everything together and hanging out with our friends together and everything, we would be tired of each other, but we actually not. We love hanging out with each other.
Yeah. I'm not having any complaints.
Yeah, it's awesome. So I would definitely miss your presence. I'll be sad as hell too. Which one of us would you say is most in control of this relationship, and explain? That's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's like a topic for like an act, like a whole video.
Yeah.
But go ahead and answer it.
Who's most in control? Wow. That's tough. Cause I don't know. I don't really feel like either of us is really in control over the other.
Yeah, we might as well both answer this question.
Yeah, I don't really feel like that. I mean, there are times when like I feel like certain things like I'll kind of like take the lead on, but then there's certain things that you take the lead on.
Definitely.
And I don't like push back on it because I know you may know more about it, or you know what I'm saying, can handle it better.
That's the difference between me and you. Because if you don't know something, you won't push back on me taking control and doing it. But me,
yeah, that's true.
It'll take me a minute to be like, okay, let this man do it. He know what he doing.
Right.
It'll take a quick second for me to actually get that through my head, but I mean, it works out. It works out for us. We both take control in certain situations.
Yeah.
And we both fall back on certain situations.
Yeah.
And it works out for us.
And
if that's not your jam, then it's not your jam, but it's definitely ours, and
yeah, it works.
That's how our relationship succeeds.
Yeah. And it's not like I feel like, oh, I'm like, she got me by the balls, or like I'm like dropping my manhood because I'm letting her kind of like make the decision on something or show me how to do something that I don't really know how to do. Like, I mean, if you don't know, you don't know.
Exactly.
So,
and I definitely don't make him feel embarrassed or less of a man, and I don't nag him about the stuff that he doesn't know how to do.
Right.
Because I can always show him, and that builds respect between each other.
Definitely. And there's things that obviously that you don't know how to do that I know how to do, and I do the same thing for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just a mutual...
Most of the time, I don't want to learn.
I know you don't.
I don't want to learn. So I'm just like, okay, that's your thing. Go ahead and do it. And
we'll
just leave it at that. Because I like to see him, like, doing stuff that I don't know how to do. I mean...
Yeah. I mean, I think for a lot of people, that's, like, attractive. Or like,
yeah, it's definitely, that's definitely attractive
like,
to me.
Oh, wow. Like, I don't know. I didn't know how to do that.
I mean, I was going to say that's a turn on, but I didn't want to get too explicit.
Hey, turn on is hey.
Yeah.
It ain't that,
Yeah, I'll let you handle it. I don't even want to learn it at that point because I'm like, okay, I can watch Bae doing this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Everybody's relationship works different.
Definitely.
Once you figure out how your relationship works, between the both of you, then it'll be smooth sailing, whether you get into an argument or a debate or whatever, whether you have good times or bad times.
Yeah.
Whatever works for you.
And don't compare your relationship with other people's and even ours.
Yeah.
Like,
our
don't do
relationship isn't perfect.
No.
It's perfect for us.
Yeah.
But in the eyes of other people, in being in our shoes, it wouldn't be perfect because everybody's different.
Right.
So our two energies together are perfectly matched. So.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there are things that, you know, there are times I'm like, I need to be alone for about 5 minutes. Like, I'll come back, regroup, you know, whatever. But that doesn't mean I don't love you or I don't care about you. Or
yeah,
we're not on the same
I
page.
get that. You know, in the past, it's like you think that when your significant other wants to take a break, like a 5-minute break and just a breather or something, take a drive around the block or whatever, if y'all are having an argument, you think, okay, man, they finna leave me.
Right.
I gotta like hold them closer now.
Yeah.
I can't let them leave the house. I can't. Let me take their keys.
Oh, for real, hold on.
My keys been taken before, and that was even made me pissed off even more.
Oh, you're right.
So we forgot to mention that we do have a new email for y'all to send emails to. So if you need advice, if you have a question for us, or if you are going through a situation and you just need our answer to what you should do, just email us at this email. canwetalkqa@gmail.com. That is canwetalk, the letters QNA@gmail.com. So that's going to be it for today's video. So thank you guys for watching. And if you have subscribed, thank you for subscribing. And do not forget to hit the like button. And do not forget to share. Any last words?
Peace.
Peace. What was that?